In your opinion, has Abraham been obedient to God? He has, right? Yeah, I think so too. I think Abraham's penis would agree. But God still isn't entirely sure. So he's prepared a test. He calls Abraham. Abraham! And Abraham answers. Yes, here I am. I got a quest for you, my friend. I want you to take your son, your only son, Isaac, and take him to the land of Moriah. I will point out a mountain for you to take him to, and then I want you to murder him and burn his body. Wait, did you just say murder him and burn his body? I did. Okay, cool. Just checking. Without hesitating for a second, Abraham gets ready for this quest. He figures he'll need wood to burn Isaac's body, so he gets up early the next morning to chop some. Then he gets Isaac, and off to Moriah they go. Oh, and he also forces 2 other people and the donkey to come with him, because he's too lazy to carry his own shit. Without further instructions from God, he just happens to know the exact spot where he needs to be. And after 3 days of walking, it's within sight. He tells his 2 servants to wait with the donkey, while he and Isaac continue alone. Now, Isaac has no idea that his dad is planning to murder him. And he's not suspicious. As the son of God's favorite incest power couple, he's growing up in bizarre world, so none of this shit seems weird to him. He actually thinks they're going to kill a lamb for God. And when he asks why there's no lamb, Abraham tells him that God will bring the lamb himself. And let's be fair, that is totally something God would do. They get to the spot that God picked, and Isaac watches Abraham build an altar and put firewood on it, ready to be lit. But then, out of nowhere, Abraham grabs Isaac, and before Isaac even realizes what's going on, he's tied up. 1,000 thoughts race through his mind as his own father lifts him up and puts him on top of the firewood. Dad, what are you doing? He screams, but Abraham doesn't answer, not with words at least. All Isaac hears is a dagger being pulled from its sheath. He breaks out in a cold sweat as the blade approaches his neck. But it's at this moment that an angel yells from heaven, "Abraham! Abraham!" "I'm here." "Don't hurt the boy. God just wanted to see if you were willing to kill your only son for him. You didn't try to protect him at all, so we're all very proud of you." You may have noticed that God and the angel both refer to Isaac as Abraham's only son. But know that this is not actually true. Ishmael is still very much alive. They just don't give a fuck about him. Anyway, Abraham frees his son, but he's still got murder on his mind. So he starts looking around, and he actually finds a ram who got his horns stuck in a bush. So instead of his son, he just murders and burns this poor animal. Fucking asshole. Abraham decides to call this spot God Provides, because obviously God deserves to be credited for providing him with victims. Then the angel relays another message from God. But it's long-winded and contains no new information. He's happy Abraham was so willing to kill his son, and he's gonna reward him with lots of descendants. The irony of being rewarded with descendants for his willingness to kill his son appears to be lost on everyone involved. Anyway, the whole crew goes back to Beersheba. The chapter's basically done, but the author can't resist shoehorning some genealogy in right at the end. You see, a random, unspecified person tells Abraham that his brother and his niece have been going at it like rabbits. You may have forgotten about these people, they were last mentioned in chapter 11, so here's a quick refresher. Abraham had 2 brothers, Nahor and Haran. Haran had 3 kids, one of them was Lot, and the other 2 were Milcah and Iscah. Haran died, and then Nahor married his niece, Milcah. That's what we knew. Now the news is that Nahor and Milcah have 8 sons together. Uz, Buz, Kemuel, Chesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlaf, and Bethuel. Kemuel has a kid of his own, named Aram, and so does Bethuel. He's the father of Rebekah. And because this family just isn't big enough, Nahor has also taken it upon himself to get a slave wife named Ruma, with whom he has 4 more sons. Taba, Gaham, Thahash, and Makkah. That's it, you're all up to speed.